up at the tee at the par 4 18th.
Perhaps surprisingly taking a 3-wood from the tee here. He could blast it over any concerns about the bunker. Looks like he's leaning to the left as if the ball is going right. Well, that's suggesting that it's found the fairway trap.
It's a feature of this Spring Valley course. Most of the fairways very heavily protected with fairway traps. Scott Laycock is going with the driver off the 18th. Boom or bust?
Yeah, the former champion of this event is thinking only birdie at this stage. Takes a bit of a hop to the left and runs through into the sandy area.
Will have a difficult lie for his second shot. Has had a injured wrist of late.
Yeah, he started his career in Japan very well, Terry. He won the Bridgestone very early on up there in 2001, I think it was, and had a lot of good finishes. He's won close to $4 million Australian dollars in his career there. As we look at Ashley Hall, the leader, his tee shot with a fairway wood. Two down the left side and bouncing further left, but not quite as far left as Scott Laycock, and in a pretty good lie there, we can see.
Officials and ground staff have done a magnificent job here at Spring Valley to keep the fairways and the greens in particular, the bunkers in magnificent shape throughout the drought, but obviously the rough has felt that wear and tear.
Mentioned earlier about Craig Spence, it's been 10 long years since his win at the 1999 Australian Masters, that memorable last hole when he defeated Greg Norman. It's been a roller coaster ride since then. He played on the PGA Tour. The last few years have been a battle for him, but there have been some encouraging signs of late.
Finish with a final round 4 over par 75, Craig Spence. That'll be a tie for 10th position at this stage.
179 for Craig Scott out of the fairway trap, uphill. That was a 6-iron, and what a beautiful shot. Continuing this amazing run that he's had over the closing 9 holes.
He'd love to wind that clock back and start this final round all over again, particularly that front 9 where he had 5 over by the turn. Ashley Hall, all important. 146 metres, second shot to the final hole.
Taking a 7-iron there. He didn't really want to mess with those left-hand traps, the flag tucked in the back left of the green. He has the 2-shot lead, probably started it a bit further right than he intended. I guess it's a difficult up and down from there. It's downhill to the flag. And now Scott Laycock, perhaps the door open a little, if he can fashion a birdie from here.
145 metres off a difficult lie, 8-iron for Scott Laycock. He's looking right as he pushed it a little. Beautiful shot.
Yes, he had to shape it around that overhanging branch a little bit. He was probably looking for something a little closer than that. He's shaking his head, knowing that he needed something closer, but still, the opportunity is there.
Ashley Hall making this comfortable walk up the final hole.
It's great to see crowds back on the fairway at these style of tournaments, Terry, isn't it? They really get close to the action. They sort of interact with the players. It works well in this style of tournament.
I've got no down the lines or anything.
Very proud Jeff Hall, the father of Ashley, has been on the bag the last couple of days. They've related very well throughout the course, and he's provided a lot of assistance for his son.
Birdie from the back of the green. Difficult, right to left. Got plenty of pace. A little bit of adrenaline got going there, I think, for Ashley Hall.
Well, I'm sure a very interested observer of that putt would have been Scott Laycock, who's on a very similar line, shorter range. He really needs this if he's to have any chance of forcing a playoff.
Good lag. He'll tap in for a final round of 71. And he'll think about what it could have been. Even par final round of 71 for Scotty Laycock.
Currently in outright second position. Craig Scott does have a birdie putt, which would take him into a share of that second position with Scott Laycock.
For a share of second position. Well done. Terrific putt downhill. So Craig Scott has got himself that share of second position along with Scotty Laycock and a share of second prize money.
What a 9, mate.
What a 9 is the call from Scotty Laycock. He's probably saying, what, the front one or the back one? The back one was a beauty. I'd love to forget about the front one, 5 over. Ashley Hall for the championship. Well done, Ashley Hall. Victorian Open champion. Adding that to the Victorian PGA title he has already won. With a final round of 69, 2 under par. Opened up with 68, 65, 72 and a 69 to close it out.
What a huge boost of confidence for him, Terry. It hasn't been a good last couple of years on the Asian Tour. He will get starts at the Johnny Walker Classic coming up and the Nationwide Tour events down here. And importantly, you know, he now leads the Australasian Tour money list.
Not only that, he picks up $16,500 for victory. That $274 total minus 10. Two-shot winner from a tie for second position, Craig Scott and also Scott Laycock. And the old boy in a tie for sixth position, Peter Senior, along with Cameron Percy.
It just gives me the confidence that I can do it. It wasn't just, you know, a one-hit wonder, so I can do it, and I've done it, you know, a different way this time. I didn't come from behind like I did at the PGA. I was in the last group the last 2 days, and you know, I slept on a lead last night, so I can take a lot of positives out of it and bring them on to the next big events.
The trophy, the check, and a whole lot of self-belief goes the way of Ashley Hall. Hope you enjoyed our coverage of the Subaru Victorian Open from the Spring Valley Golf Club in Melbourne, and hope you join us next time. Goodbye for now.